Okay, this is Tom. I'm back again, and I found within a few seconds my HF antenna. And all this is about 25 feet of wire strung outside and brought in with a coax cable. That's one of the keys, is you use the coax cable to shield it as you bring it in. And what I can do is I can take this quick and dirty test lead, and let's turn the radio back on. And we're on 10 megahertz again. And when I don't touch the radio, I'm not hearing anything. I'm 10 megahertz, a little bit off frequency. Okay, now that I'm back on frequency, you can hear something. So let's touch this lead to this antenna. Wow. Let me lower this so I can get to a smaller section. Now we did bring up the noise. Now we did bring up the noise level. Both the signal and the noise level came up drastically. And that's partially due to the fact that I'm just using this test cable, and so I have no ground to the radio. But of course these portable radios don't really give you a ground. You'd have to do some modifications by maybe using the ground on the earplug jack or whatever to get a ground. So the disadvantage is I'm also picking up more RF noise. So let's show that again. Now, let's turn the volume up. I even get some induction just holding the test lead close to the antenna. Now you can see the noise level really goes up. So there, I would say in that little experiment that I'm making it worse because I'm bringing the noise level up and the signal up so high that the noise is too strong, I'll call it. There's just the antenna by itself. The audio level of the noise and the signal are much lower without the external antenna. So in this case, since the signal was pretty strong to begin with, the use of the external antenna made it worse because the noise increased. Now, let's number one, let's see if I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, I couldn't see the record nomenclature on the screen there. Now let's go back down to 5 megahertz and see what it does. See if I'm going the right way. There we go. 5 megahertz. There's 5 megahertz. I'll turn the volume up. Lots of noise there. Even if I touch the antenna, I don't hear a signal with anything. All I hear is noise. Now let's try this external antenna. And we'll have to shorten this guy so that I can get to one of these narrow. Noise level went way up. Whoop. There's off. There's on. I can hear the signal much better. Not much better. I can hear the signal a little better when I have the external antenna. If I touch it, the telescopic antenna, more noise, more signal. So it's kind of a trade-off. Turn this down. It's kind of a trade-off whether you want more signal and more noise. Now, one of the theoretical advantages of these preamplifiers is supposedly they don't amplify the noise. That's the idea, and that's why you have to tune this to a certain frequency. Now, let's just, for the heck of it, because conditions have changed since I did the last recording, let's try this again. 5 megahertz, which we're really not getting anything. So we got to shrink this down. Clip this on. Nothing. Okay, I'm on 10 megahertz. I don't think that makes any difference when the preamplifier is turned off. I turn the preamplifier on. I do have a signal. I heard it go up there slightly. Tune around. 5 seems to be the best, which it should be. I'll rotate the antenna. Right there. That is helping. So, what that might mean, and this is all kind of empirical, see the pants thing, that might mean that this outside antenna I'm using is facing the wrong direction. The way it is actually facing, it's pointing, I'll say, since it's just a wire, the end of the wire is pointing to the northeast, where with the loop antenna, when I rotate it, it seems to work the best when it's pointed, I would say almost north. Basically perpendicular to the station coming in, okay, where the outside wire antenna that I was hooking up is not pointed that direction. So that's a big influence on your reception. Again, if you're stringing up just a temporary antenna, and you know where the station is you want to listen to, that will make a difference in how you string, what direction you string that wire antenna. And like I say, some people say you need to point it at the station so that the wire itself is pointing at the station. Other people say it should be perpendicular. I'm not sure. I have found myself that perpendicular is better. Doesn't mean that's correct. It's just, for me, it's better. So anyway, that's a little follow-up I did. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up wherever my thumb is. Bye-bye.